Okay, so to start my story, it takes place back in high school, but before I get more into that, I need to talk about like the scene I was in, like more of the background of my friends. So I was part of a really like bad group, we're just doing a lot of reckless things, ruthless stuff, like stealing, we're fighting random people, we'll sell drugs, and we'll take drugs, and I'm not really proud of all of this, but it just made me who I am today. But to go more into the story, so in sophomore year in high school, back in Sunny Hills, my first period, just a regular old day, I'm just chilling, half awake, I remember I used to go to class at like 7 a.m. because I had to walk, and I'd just be so tired. And it was just a regular day, I just sat down at my desk by myself, minding my own business, and this guy just comes up to me, he's like, yo, is your name Sungin? I'm like, yeah, what's up? He's like, who are you? Like, do I got something for you? And he's like, well, I know this guy, and I guess he has a problem with you, he wants to see you after school. I'm like, problem with me? Like, what did I do? Like, well, I don't even know who this guy is. Like, what's his name? It's like, his name's Jason, I guess. And he wants to fight you after school. Basically, that was the point. And I was like, he wants to fight me. I was like, if he wants to fight me, tell him to come to my face and say something. I was just like, whatever, this guy's a joke. He can't even like say it to my face. I was like, whatever, this guy's nothing. So first period ends, we go to second class, second period. And the weird thing happened was, people already started fighting up about the fight, and I was like, two guys, I remember these guys were just so annoying. They'll always be asking me questions, always try to talk to me. They'll come to me, they're like, yo, I heard you getting in a fight today. I'm like, what, who'd you hear this from? Like, I literally talked to that guy like an hour ago. Like, how do you guys already know this? And these guys were like, oh yeah, like I talked to someone in your class, and then they told me, and then I heard the stories going around us, so I was like, oh shit, at this point I'm like, how are people finding out so fast? Like, high school, like, rumors spread like a wildfire. So, second period ends. It's break time, so 2 hours has passed since I talked to that guy. And literally, all I see is my friends start rushing towards me, and they're like, yo, I heard what happened. I'm like, where did you guys even hear? I didn't even tell anybody anything. And so basically what they said was like, oh, I heard you get into a fight, like, I heard this guy wants to fight you. I was like, well, yeah, that's basically it, that's all I know too, so like, why are you guys coming to me for information? Try to find something out, So, break ends, and I'm still thinking about, like, dang, like, today's a random day, this is weird. So I go to my third period, and I see that guy from my first period class that told me about the guy. I'm like, yo, so who's this guy? And like, why is everyone like hearing about this story? Why is it so like amazing? I'm like, well, he's like, well, everyone wants to see you get beat up, basically. I'm like, what the heck? Like, that's pretty messed up. Like, why are you guys what the hell? And then he's like, well, that guy who's talking like mad trash about you, he's on the football team. I'm like, football team? Like, I ain't scared of football players. Like, okay, big deal, we play sports, but next thing he told me was like, oh yeah, and he's like 200 pounds, yo. I'm like, okay, 200 pounds, okay. Maybe that's a little bit scary. And then he's like, and he's about like 6 foot something. I'm like, alright, at that point I just got a stomachache. I'm like, yo, just stop talking to me. I'm gonna shit myself. Like, like holy crap. Like, why'd you even get into? It's like, who's this? Like, why do you even want to fight me? He's like, oh, I guess you fought his friend back then. Like, I'm not sure when, but I guess you beat him up pretty bad, and he wants to pay you back for it. I'm like, oh, well, like karma's about me in the ass. So literally, I go through the whole day, like in class, like literally watching fight videos on how to fight, like tutorials, like how to counter punches, how do I see a punch coming. I was so scared, and like most of the time, I was just thinking about, dang, like I do not have the reaction time for this. I am so lazy. I'm not athletic, and I just knew like I'm screwed. Like by today, I'm dead. I was just praying to God, like please. Just one time, like, just get me out of this. So, after a couple classes go by, I go to lunch, and me and my friends are all trying to hype me up, like, hey, yo, you got this. Like, you're gonna fuck him up, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, yeah. But deep inside, I'm like, dude, you guys are just setting me up for, like, defeat. Like, why are you guys doing this? Like, what kind of friends are you guys? Like, what the hell? So, and the school ends. And next thing you know, like, I see hundreds of people walking to the front of the school. I'm like, yo, this better be not for me. If something better be happening in front of school, it better be like a performance or something, a flash mob. Like, oh shit. So I walk to the front of the school, and I just see everyone circled around. Like, literally, it was like I was performing like something. Y'all just look at me, like, walk up to this guy, and I finally see the guy I'm about to fight. And this guy's like, literally David and Goliath. Like, I thought I was gonna die. I was looking for a rock to throw. So, and then I'm like, this guy looks at me, he's like, so, like, ready to fight? Like, you sure you want to do this? I'm like, yeah, man, let's just get this over with. Like, let's fucking go. Like, I wasn't trying to be scared or anything. So we start walking, and next thing you know, everybody just starts running. and then I hear police cars, everyone gets surrounded, I got handcuffed, and oh my god, that was probably the luckiest moment of my life. Yeah, because after that I got suspended for 5 days, and he got sent to a different school, and wow, like God really blessed me that day.